What's up, family? We have some miles to run today. First things first. And just to get a temperature check, it don't matter the degrees. 95 degrees. We're going to go for 8 laps straight, and I'll circle back with y'all after we get done running. It's okay. We got average pace 6:58. It's hot though, so I'm trying to run and get out the sun. But at the same time, it's just all in your mind. I'm about to keep going. I need a water break though, because I was about to cramp. Right now, what the focus is we're focused on the process right now. We're not focused on the progress. I had a mind shift recently where when we first started all of this training and stuff like that, I was focused on the progress of like, how big could I get? How can I look better? Things of that nature, until I learned, you know, in Christ, you die every day. It's a funeral every day. And I stopped hyperfixating on the progress and I started focusing on the process. Like, how am I gonna get to the progress rather than, okay, I need to get here, but I'm not taking it into account of how am I gonna get there. So that's kind of just off the top what's in my mind right now with what's going on in life. Focus on the process, how we're gonna get there, the journey, how are we going to move forward, you know, and spiritually, physically, financially, mentally, how are we gonna move forward instead of just having this set goal, which is the progress. Progress is the goal, right? But people just focus on the goal. Oh, I need to get this by this time, I need to do this by then, I'm trying to hit this weight by then. But fall in love with the process so it doesn't feel like a burden when you don't hit that goal. I don't put time limits on goals for myself. I used to be like, in 6 months I'm gonna do this. So focus on the process, not the progress. It's cool to look at the progress for sure, like to self-reflect, but fall in love with the process. You know what I'm saying?
We're built to walk uphill. And when you reach the pinnacle of the hill, you want to stop and appreciate the vision. But the next thing you want is a higher hill in the distance, because it's from the uphill climb that we derive our value. And I mean this technically. So almost all the positive emotion we feel, that's experienced in relationship to a goal. And so in some sense, you want a goal that you can never attain, right? So you can always move closer to the goal that recedes as you move towards it. You think, well, that's frustrating. It's like Sisyphus pushing the rock uphill. But it's not, because as you pursue that goal, you put yourself together and your life does get better and richer and more abundant. You want them to be above everything you're doing so you can continually move towards something that's more sublime and better. That's what you are. You're here to live, not to sleep.
Everything worthwhile is uphill. You see, every dream that you've ever had, it's all uphill. If you have a great relationship with somebody, you had to work on it. It's uphill. If you've built a wonderful business, guess what? It was uphill. If you've made the right decisions, they're not easy, are they? It's uphill. And the only way that you can go uphill is to be intentional. Nobody ever accidentally went uphill. You've never talked to a successful person and said, how did you get to the top of the mountain? And then look at you and say, I have no idea. If they're at the top of the mountain, they know how they got there, because they had to have effort. It took energy. It took time. Everything worthwhile is uphill. You have to fight for it every day. You have to climb for it every day. Doesn't come to you. It's not in 3 easy packages, and it's not the cure to overnight success. And the only way that you go uphill is by self-discipline. So listen to me very carefully. It's impossible for you to have continuous success without having self-discipline in your life. Now, self-discipline enables you to go uphill. You can't go uphill without self-discipline. Nobody will carry you uphill. Nobody can coach you uphill. Nobody can push you uphill. If you go uphill, you got to do it yourself.
You need discipline. You need personal discipline. There's times when you don't feel like doing what needs to be done. But you got to say, feelings has nothing to do with it. This is my dream. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the things that I don't feel like doing. I'm going to do the things I don't want to do. I'm going to do the things that don't come easy to me, that do not come natural to me. I'm going to get up and do it. You can't live your life on feelings. You're going to have feelings, okay, but you cannot let your feelings dictate what you are or are not going to do.
The gym saved my life, for real. Like, I remember when I used to be scared to record in the gym, but, something that I've really been, some words that have been spoken to me a lot recently is you gotta give space for grace. And what that means is with grace and with space, time comes in the midst of all of that. And in order to, heal, God is the healer, you have to allow space for grace. Somebody hits you in the face right now, you're not gonna probably have the best reaction. But if you give space on that, you're gonna be able to give them grace rather than up in the heat of the moment. So where I'm getting at is, the gym might not be a thing right now, but you're still outside in the world, right? You're still outside partying, right? But if you give yourself some space for some grace and stop telling yourself that I'm this type of person and I'm that type of person, you're not any type of person, because quite frankly in the Bible it says you die every day. Renewal of the mind. You are now a new creature, 2 Corinthians 5:17. So who you were yesterday does not matter. You die every day. It's a funeral every day. So you gotta treat it like that, That's why I go hard every day. It takes time to get to that level, but I refuse to ever go back to what I used to be. Fighting those demons when it came to substance abuse, stuff like that. You're so much better than that. But the devil is going to tempt you. Anything that is tempting is not of God. God is not the tempter. God is love. God is going to love on you, not tempt you. He will allow the devil to work, though, for sure. I say this all the time to my clients. The devil runs the world, but God is the creator. That's just like you going to work and there's a CEO. He could shut it down today. Amazon can shut down today if he wants to shut it down. And everybody will be over with, right? Now translate that into the world. Everybody want to do this and that. But it's up to God to allow these things to happen. God has the final say so at the end of the day. When it's judgment day, what are they going to say about you? What is he going to do with you when you sit there? Is he going to look at you and say he never knew you? Or is he going to accept you into his kingdom? But that's just some food for thought. Give yourself space in order to have grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just show up. Do what you don't want to do and do it like you live it. Like Mike Tyson said. I said this last year around the same time. If you go look at my videos, it's something I still live by. Get up. Make it happen. Stop being so nice to everybody for their feelings. Put your own feelings first. Put God first. Why are you so worried about how somebody else is going to feel about you? What I say? They say you crazy until you do it, right? Everybody used to call me weird and crazy, and now look. I'm not crazy no more, right? Might still be crazy, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of chit chat. A lot of people say they're gonna do something. Actions will show that. Get up and make it happen. We're going again. Day 2 on the track. Realistically, this is just my second day recording. I've been here all week. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I didn't even have an intro for this video. I don't even know if I said hey family, but if you've made it this far, hey family, what's going on, how y'all feeling? I started challenging myself a little bit more now, instead of just running whenever, it popped up in my head, I have a set routine now. Everything with structure comes, greatness. But it's more so about the process, not the progress, like we talked about earlier. So what I'm saying is these runs, it's not that I want to do them. I do, but I don't truly want to do it. We're all human nature, we're all lazy. But this person that I'm in the process of creating, that y'all have watched me create from the beginning of this channel till now, my mind is just starting to become more sound with things. I don't feel the need to explain a lot like I used to. I'd say something to you guys and I feel like I would have to filter it out. But now you guys know who I am. And where I'm getting with that is, the fuel with this, there's no motivation in anything that I do. I think about my family, of course. Not that there's much left, but I think about them. I think about my Lord and Savior, and I push myself to the extremes. But the things that I don't talk about is the fuel that I put into this, bro. Like, don't nobody want to hear about how, I got molested as a teenager and I never told anybody about it. Don't nobody want to hear stuff like that, because that's disheartening. People aren't gonna believe that. People aren't gonna say that happened, but that's what happened. That's something that happened to me that I let go and I forgave that person, but it infested my mind with perverted thoughts. And if y'all have heard me talk about perverted thoughts, I rebuke those thoughts. And it took me 10 years since it happened for me to finally let go and really believe that those thoughts no longer serve me a purpose. And where I'm getting at with that is, again, space for grace. For the longest, my mind was in the rut, is in the gutter for a long time, because don't nobody want to hear stuff like that. Somebody's child, got touched. It's not the best thing to really hear. You get what I'm saying? And with growth and maturity and space for grace, it allows you to accept it for what it is. And you can either let it be fuel to your fire, or you can let it just completely diminish your fire and pour water on it and completely make the fire go away. I have permanent fire in my heart. It has not left. I've dealt with people that have made my spark go down, but those people no longer serve me a purpose. I got a call the other day, somebody that I was in the mix with called me and asked me could we spend time together, kick it. I had to let that person know, you are trying to come into my energy that I worked so hard to rise up from a low place. I can't allow you back in. That person understood, but it was the thought of the disrespect that you even thought that would be a thing, that you had a chance to come back into my life after you already tore me down. And I probably tore that, I did tear that person down as well. But I say all of that to say, protect your peace, protect your energy. Pray for that gift of discernment. Pray for an increase of discernment. Talk to the Lord. Don't look at me as inspiration. Look at the Lord, because the Lord has placed this on earth. He put somebody like me in front of you to make you want to go do it, so go do it. You don't have to look at me to get motivated. Just be disciplined. Show up every day. Do what you don't want to do and do it like you love it. I don't want to run. I'm sitting out here, it's 97 degrees right now. I'm sitting on some bleachers, busted ones at that. My butt is on fire. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. But don't use your pain as something that's supposed to tear you down. Use your pain as pleasure. Pain soon turns to pleasure. Be kind to yourself, be intentional with what you do. I have a lot that I have to fill you guys in on, but of course, I'm growing and I want to take my time with it, and I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all the best that I can give y'all. Pay attention to what you have around you, because what you consume can make you out to be whoever you're around. Quite frankly, I don't spend much time with anybody, if I'm being honest. I'm still in that season of isolation. Of course I venture out, but I'm not like firm on I can't be around anybody. I just much rather choose to be alone. I like that peace. I'm not including family though. Family, I spend time with them all the time. But be kind to yourself, forgive people. I see people be like, something happened and they not gonna forgive them, but God will. That says a lot about your heart and your character. Your heart is the most deceitful thing inside of you. It's the most wicked thing inside of you. You think I wanted to forgive the man that ran out the house when my mama overdosed? You think I really wanted to forgive that man? No, I didn't. But what did I have to do to become a better man? What did I do to become closer to God? I had to let go and forgive. Life is about forgiving. Don't ever forget that. Just because they stabbed you in the back does not mean you can't forgive them. You can forgive them and forget about them. Quite frankly, I do that with everybody. Friends, girlfriends, old friends, people that rub me the wrong way. Forgive and forget. That's what I like to live by. If I sit here and dwell on it and think about it for too long, what is that gonna do? That's gonna corrupt my mind. And what am I gonna get back from that again? Bad thoughts, perverted thoughts. Submit your negativity, your negative thoughts to the Lord. Submit yourself to Christ and watch things change. I just want y'all to hear this from me because I know that, you know, you might want to figure out how to live this life, and it's definitely possible. People look at me and judge me from a book. You know what I'm saying? They judge me like you judging a book by its cover. That's how they gonna do you until you put in the work and they see what you really about. Treat your life like a documentary is rolling at all time, and stop acting like Jesus can't see what you do in the dark. I say this because I love every single one of you guys. If you love me, if you hate me, I love every single one of you guys. I say these things because I want y'all to know who I am. We just ran 2 miles. I definitely can go for more. It's time to get my food in. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna focus on the priorities, the things that need to get done. So see you guys in a bit. Back at the same spot again. Excuse the doors being open. Man. Boy, I swear, man. Okay, be for real though. But listen, I gotta leave it like that. But for real though, man. Life has been amazing, right? Yeah, I haven't told y'all about it, a lot of stuff that's been going on lately, but I'm gonna fill y'all in as time goes. I wanted to drop in and just say what's up right quick because we've been training in most of this vlog, I think. And I wanted to just say what's up, man. And I just wanted to just let y'all know that everything is coming together, you know, whether it's your job, your life, your spiritual walk, you know, everything coming together, right? Just having trust and having faith and having real hope for real, you know what I'm saying? I just got done with my last person for the day with my clients, and I appreciate all of y'all because all my clients come from YouTube. Y'all lit, you know, so I appreciate y'all deeply. And I just want y'all to keep moving forward, keep on hustling for real. Because at the end of the day got to end. And when the day end, what's going to happen when you stand in front the man? You know what I'm saying? So just keep moving forward. Keep trying your best. You know what I'm saying? And don't give up on yourself. A lot of people have been giving up on themselves. And I don't really talk about it a lot because it's a touchy topic that I just don't be wanting to talk about. Because life is too beautiful to not see it through a clear lens. So getting sober was probably the best thing I ever did in my entire life. Was, of course, giving my life to Christ was, but getting sober was even better because I never knew that the world had color until I got sober. Because as a child, I knew there was color, right? But then as I got older, I started playing around, dibbling, dabbling in places that didn't serve me a purpose. I didn't see true color, right? But once I really sat there and thought about it, the whole world looked completely different to me once I got my act together, at least, so to speak. Like, it was kind of like I wiped the fog off my glasses. Like if somebody, you know, like, it was like somebody wiped the fog off my glasses, but that somebody was Christ, and that somebody that put forth the action was me. You know, I had the glasses that was foggy, but I had to put forth the effort to wipe the fog off, if you get what I'm saying. Like, your life gets a lot more clear. So if you've been contemplating on stop drinking, if you've been contemplating on stopping the substance abuse in any aspect, any realm, any severity, anything major or minor, hardcore to little bit, from petty black and milds all the way up to heroin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't get easier. They're all gateways to one thing to another because they just go up in rank. I hate to say it like that, but they go up in rank. How high up you want to go in a rank, I don't know. It determines, it really comes down to who you want to be in life. What do you want to go out as? You know, something that helped me change my mind permanently was just thinking like, you can't die like this. You get what I'm saying? And that simple thought in my head, you can't die like this, just changed everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first started the self-development stuff, I'll be honest, it wasn't about Christ. I didn't know what that meant because I wasn't with him. I wasn't walking with him. I did not belong to him until I got saved. Then when I got saved, I belonged to him now. But before that, I didn't belong to him. He didn't hear my prayers. When I first started my YouTube channel, I didn't belong to him. But now I do, and that's what I'm here for. I want to show you guys what it's about, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to start bringing y'all around more to see what I'm doing. it's just this private life is a lot more peaceful than trying to live up to everybody else's needs and expectations. It's about what you want to do with your life. It's not about what they think about you. It's not about what your teacher, your parents. I mean, respectfully respect your elders, but at the end of the day, it's about what you want to do with your life, because when you go, it's all going to be down to what you did. You can't take none of this with you. We borrowing everything we got. That ain't even your car. You borrowing it right now. That ain't even your house. You borrowing it right now. No matter what you leave for your family, all of this soon will turn to dust. So just make it count while you're here. This is just a place from the heart. I'm just telling y'all this because I love y'all. Let me know what more you guys want to see from me. I personally am going to go ahead and let y'all know I'm not a big fan of the daily vlog, take y'all around everywhere I go type of ordeal anymore, just because of the simple fact that I'm just growing. I'm growing as a man. I don't really care too much to do that. That's just my personal preference. Everybody is different. But me personally, in this exact moment in my life, I don't want to take the camera with me when I go, shopping or spend intimate time with my family, things like that. I'm really enjoying this piece of being in solitude in a sense. So whatever y'all want to see though, just drop it in the comments. Let me know. It's been a little minute anyway, so it don't hurt to spin back and see where y'all at mentally and physically, spiritually, what y'all got going on. Any questions for me? I would love to do a video soon to update y'all with everything on where I'm at. So if y'all got questions, drop them in the comments. We're gonna go over them soon. And I love y'all. If y'all think about changing your life, do it. Don't think twice. Jump in the field. Get your hands dirty. Let's get right to it. So I say all of that to say I love y'all, man. Y'all changed my life. And it hasn't been long. I mean, I've only been doing content for like years and years, I will say. But on the serious level, like we've been doing on YouTube for about 1.5 years now, I can't do nothing but thank you guys. So let me know what more y'all want to see. I love each individual person. I love each one of y'all. You directly. I love you. I appreciate everything that y'all do. The support, the watch, the listens. So y'all let me know what more y'all want to see, what more y'all want to do. I love y'all. Keep it pushing. And I'll see y'all in the next one. For real. Hold it down till I see y'all next time. Lord willing. Come on, hit me with it. Okay, yeah. Locked in. Alright, I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. And if you're seeing this right now, it means that my birthday is on Sunday. It's on the 29th. So say happy birthday to me, because I'm not doing anything but going to church. I love y'all. See y'all later.